I don't know if he's difficult to warm to. I certainly warmed to him at QPR because the football was brilliant for 6 weeks or 8 weeks or whatever it was. But I understand kind of what the Sunderland fans are saying.
Is this the manager or the club you've picked this week?
Oh, we could have done them last week, couldn't we? I suppose after the decorations at the ground. It's probably a combination of what I'm kind of reading. There was the social media clip of the, rightly so, probably the fans singing that they want a striker at the weekend at Portman Road. Apologies if I got that wrong, but I think I did see that probably in a late night
got that
scooper.
right, yeah.
So yeah, we're talking about Sunderland here, and I suppose it's just a product of a team that were going okay. Yes, I think they'd only won 2 in 9 under Tony Mowbray, and there was some conversation starting and some discontent about his leadership of the team. But it's an appointment that's not been met with great approval, and I don't think from the opening 5 or 6 games anything's really changed. And I thought Ipswich deserved to win at the weekend. I thought absolutely that lack of a presence down the middle hindered Sunderland here. Maybe they got away with it a little bit previously last season when Pritchard and Roberts and Clark had such great chemistry, and Roberts is not there at the moment and hasn't been as positive this season. So Bellingham was okay in this game, but Rusing got on the 84th minute. Burstow got on 89th minute, and there was obviously amongst that, and it's not to single out a player, but a substitute who came on and obviously gave away the free kick that Ipswich scored from, and missed a golden opportunity to maybe make the outcome a little bit different. So the substitutions were a little bit puzzling. I don't think they had enough chances to warrant getting something, which was Mick Beale's sentiment after the game. I think just the 3 on the target. To give him a little bit of credit, I think they're better defensively. I think they had 2 clean sheets in 3 coming into this game. I don't think they've been. I think that's been the case maybe throughout the season. Hence why Patterson's been getting, I think, admiring glances. I think I've been reading about that in the last few days. So the back 4 and the goalkeeper is not a huge issue. I think we know what the issue is here, and part of it as well is just they haven't taken to him. And I think,
well, Sam, can I just question you on that? Where do you draw the distinction between, on the one hand, someone not being the right fit, which we have seen at clubs before, where you think on paper, that club, that manager, that's going to work. So that's one scenario. And also being kind of thrown under the bus as well, in terms of if the outgoing sacking is unpopular, I know that's not his fault. Maybe Mick Beale's reputation from the QPR debacle is his fault. But where do you draw the distinction between him possibly not being the right fit, or kind of it being a bit of a hospital bull that he's taken in the first place?
I think it's a bit of both. I'm just trying to think if he could have done anything differently, and I think a lot of it is now PR and how you conduct yourself, isn't it?
Right.
And I think that's a little bit of it. I don't know if he's difficult to warm to. I certainly warmed to him at QPR because the football was brilliant for 6 weeks or 8 weeks or whatever it was. But I understand kind of what the Sunderland fans are saying. And this is, I'm never going to sit here and character assassinate someone because that's not my job and not my purpose. But I understand what they're saying. So I don't know what the sentiment is. Is it the lack of humility? I don't know what the Sunderland fans entirely aren't happy with. But I think it's a strong fan base, isn't it? And I think that he needs them on side. But my gut, and I think the right way to look at it, is he needs January. He needs an opportunity maybe to change the squad a little, but he needs time to work with the players, and only with a bigger chunk of games are we rightly then able to make an opinion on his impact. So it's far too early at the moment, but it's difficult to see where they've improved. They won that Preston game, didn't they? Quite comfortably with a striker in the side, and we'll see if that's given him food for thought. The defeat at Ipswich, but yeah, it's tough because it's only been. I think the Derby defeat probably doesn't help either. I think going to Ipswich, you'd expect a bit more of a reaction. So I think that's probably part of it as well. But absolutely needs more time. But at this stage, he probably has been, handed an opportunity that was too great to turn down, but one that he had to hit the ground running with because of all the reasons we've mentioned.